If you were to choose to build in any biome, but you could only build in that biome for the rest of your life, what biome would you choose and why? That is the question that we are going to ask tonight, and it is kind of on the forefront of my mind, given the fact that tonight we are going to be preparing for a mega build here in the desert. And this entire playthrough, we have not allowed for ourselves to leave this area whatsoever and go to any other biomes. And now, after months of having done that, I am definitely thinking about other block palettes and other biomes to build in. But that is okay. We are going to prevail, and I hope that you are excited to see me grind through this desert-only biome. I do think that you should imagine the feeling of fulfillment, of happiness and joy that you could get by feeling like a good citizen and a good audience member by liking the stream. And if you are watching this after the fact, thank you. I appreciate you, and we are down here for a good adventure today. But I have been thinking, in order to get prepared for our mega build here in the desert, I think that it's going to be important for us to try to level up our tools. And as my streaming voice warms up for the night, you may see that we have plenty of wheat here, but we do not have levels to our name. We only have now 11, although that farmer is now locked out. So we'll try once again with this guy here. And I can never get the efficient way of trading down, so we'll do it the old school way. And so that will help us out with 13 levels. Maybe we can find our librarian here too. And actually, why don't we do a couple of cycles here and see if we can get anything good. If you're wondering, this is the trade cycling mod, and it makes life a whole ton easier. As you can see, we have an efficiency 5 book that we could get right there. Which actually, speaking of, I do think that we might want to lock down that trade. Which means that we may get up to some quick destruction. Etat, what up, slime? Are you YSL stunner living? I hope that you're doing well, man. I just hopped into a bar stream and I was like, what's good, my guy? And he was like, what's up, slime? So it was at the forefront of my mind right there. As you can see, we are getting some progress done for a mega build for tonight. And looking around the base, I know that I've put down a bookshelf or two that we could use for the moment. I feel like kind of maybe in the starter base right here. Yeah. So this may look ugly for a second, but we could definitely do with a book, and maybe we already have a crafting table in there. Why not to make it look cool? Make it look like something. Not have a floating chest right there. We'll put a hay bale down. Oh, also... Oh, and hey, Daisy. I hope that you guys are doing well. This is the second stream of the night. I was wondering, I was thinking about you in particular, Daisy. I wasn't sure if you were going to hop into stream, and I wasn't sure about you either, Etat, but I do appreciate you guys, and we will get to some good progress in a second, but I don't think that I've put either of you guys into the kingdom officially here. And the funny thing is, we're kind of running out of space quickly. I think that maybe Daisy will put you here and officially have you in the kingdom. And then Etad, I don't think that I've put you in this kingdom either. And I feel like this is a good spot for it. Hey, Seven. I hope that you're doing well, man. I saw you. Oh, actually, I was just recording the outro just a second ago for the last video, the one that will be coming up on Saturday, and then I was doing the same for the intro for what we'll be working on right now in today. And so I was talking about all the new signs in the kingdom, and I was like, oh yeah, Seven's up here, and then right next to this villager that kind of never comes down off the chest. For whatever reason, we have Mina Mina. And so, man, we already have, I mean, there are literally signs everywhere. Kazu right here, and then we have Flappy MC. We have Rain over here. Etatson over here. We have we have 6 people in this building officially now, with Spoonie and Siffy over here. The distillery named after Draconis. And then Platmorpher. Funky over here, Funky J13. And even more all around. So it's a good feeling to have you guys all in here, and the only thing that you need to do in order to have a spot in the kingdom on a build is to leave a comment on the stream here and just chat about something. I'd love to know that. What you guys tell me, what is the win of the day, or sometimes other people will call it highlight of the day. What's been the highlight of the day for you guys? For me, I ended up doing a live stream this morning. It was a little bit shorter, and then I got straight to work and really worked really hard on a video for the second channel that will be coming up, and that will be very exciting. Okay, we have our books. Before the sun sets, I say, why don't we try to tag down this librarian villager right here and nail down that efficiency 5 trade, which is a huge dub right there. Especially because a main project for us tonight, and we definitely need some more food too. We have emeralds for that. Why don't we try to get them very quickly? try to get some food and get her, if we can, our suspicious stew for the stream. I've been kind of doing a thing where every time on stream we do a suspicious stew. And then get some golden carrots as well. Eat up our last pumpkin pie, which I got by accident. Oh, Etad playing some Elden Ring? And Cobb, what's up, dude? What's up, my guy? Actually, what's up, Slam? What's up, Slam? I can't. Let's see what our... Actually, let's go to sleep for the night. You guys are all more than welcome to lurk as long as you want. I am just going to be hanging out doing the Normal Slip podcast and, you know, just chilling out with you guys while we collect some materials here. Yeah, dude, and don't feel like you guys have to type that much, but at the same time, I am more than happy to answer any of y'all's questions. I seem to find success, as many of you all know, and as Daisy ended up commenting recently, I think that we share this condition, the two of us, in being yappers. But let's see what the suspicious stew is for today's episode. This one's poison, right? Oh man. And many of you guys that are hanging out, I mean, many of y'all have hung out and streamed earlier this week, and I really do appreciate it. I'm going to Spain in I have 7 days left before I start my travels, and then I won't be able to do much Minecraft. So I'm very happy to be able to hang out with you guys, and I'm trying to get as much progress done for episodes as I can. And I know that we have an anvil somewhere, and I don't feel like I have enough material, enough iron, although we can get down these golems right here in order to do anything. I can't remember. Oh, sneak peek for a world download. Cobb is up here. I want him to be like a secret sign for people coming up here. I feel like Cobb is also using the caps lock that I always use, which is so not like who I am as a person in real life or on stream, as you guys know. But if you reach out to me on Discord, or if you see a comment from me, oftentimes, and we don't have our anvil down here, oftentimes it has a lot of uppercase in it. Because I'm kind of like, whoop, whoop. That's kind of, when I'm uppercase, it's not like I'm screaming at you, I'm like, whoop, whoop. If that makes sense. Okay. We may have to do something with our iron here. I don't even know how to make it an anvil. Oh, it's really that expensive. An anvil's that expensive? Sheesh. Okay. Man, I have enough. There's only one option then. Actually, let me look around let me look around. I feel like I must have an anvil. I think I have one. Guys, I have so many iron golems around this base, as y'all can see, and I don't know why. I have no idea. Nothing. Okay, Flappy MC, who is a creator that I've found recently and I've been hanging out in a lot of his live streams. An Enderman must have come here. Whenever he takes fall damage, he has the old school Minecraft like oh sound every single time. It's so funny. Okay, I think that there's only one option here for us to take down a couple of our iron golem friends. Although they always literally... if you've come into a Slipstream recently, you have seen me try countless times. Come on. Oh! Oh, dude. Countless times. Every single time. Would try to get one of these iron golems. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I always wonder, because I haven't checked chat. Boom. Someone told me to go 3. Okay, since I have a feeling that at least Cobb might be hanging out right here. And maybe Etat still lurking too. Someone told me on stream the other day when I was talking to go down 3 blocks and then I could still get the iron golem from there. But I am like 90% sure that I had a hardcore playthrough that ended back in the day. Because I didn't go high up enough and the iron golem ended up getting me. So please tell me. Please, I know that y'all are, I'm always happy to be, some Minecraft. Stop moving. Stop moving. Oh, stop moving. Stop moving. Oh. Oh, I'm getting terrorized. You go 3 blocks up? I can't. I don't trust it, dude. I do not trust it. I can't do it. I cannot get myself to do it. Okay, take a deep breath there. Take a deep breath. As we head on to the next guy here. I feel like it is so hard for me to knock these guys down. Yeah, Cobb, I'm always gonna go 4, man. I don't know if you're still trying to uppercase or if it's an accident. But I feel like that the uppercase is definitely applicable here. And I also feel like one thing that I need to do is to start to close these doors more. I don't know if you agree with that. Okay, we have 37 now. Let's see what we can do with that. Got 3 blocks. Yes, we can. We can make 1 anvil. We have 6 iron blocks left to go. Let's organize our inventory very quickly. Yeah, you definitely have to make sure that they don't get up. They can be very cheeky, I think. Okay, so we have an anvil now. I'm wondering, there could be a good spot in here for it. Actually, I think right there could be perfect. You guys will have to let me know. Okay, so we can go in here now, and we can take our diamond shovel, and with 5 levels, we have a new efficiency shovel, which is very good for the game plan, and we are just about ready to start collecting some sand as well. As you can see, this is all of the sand that I happen to have to my name right now. Which is not a good thing. So we are actually, in order to continue to get more levels, we're going to start on off before we get any sand. We're going to take our dirt and we're going to start to make a melon farm. Yeah, which I'm definitely excited for. I do feel like I want to condense my inventory a bit. I am totally at the part of the playthrough where I need to make a massive storage house, but before I do that, I also need to get things automated so that it's not taking forever. Because right now, things are taking absolutely forever. Let's make some more melons very quickly, and then we can put away these poppies from the iron golems. And then we don't need this bowl either. So we can put you away as well. And then as it starts to rain in the desert, we can head to sleep for the night. Okay, I think I want to put away these books as well. And then, if you guys are wondering, the sleeping bag here is from the Comforts mod, and I really enjoy it. It kind of just goes down like that at nighttime, and then it picks. The fun thing is that you don't have to pick it up; it just kind of picks itself up. And so I'm definitely a fan of it. Okay, we'll put our books over here. And then, yeah, I say, let's head on off to this part of the desert. Ooh, Daisy, fingers crossed for sure. But I don't know. I'm gonna think, I'm gonna put only the intention out there that things are successful. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything else in case things don't happen to pan out for you. Oh yeah. Let me grab a sip of water and then I'll prep you guys on what's happening here. And actually, let's see how much sand we have. Okay, we have not a bad amount. Let's try to condense some of our sandstone right here and see actually how much we have. My inventory is really starting to get out of hand. Okay, does anyone know how many blocks there are in a shulker box? Not in a shulker box, in a double chest. I need 3,500 blocks of cut sandstone for a mega build is pretty much the idea here. Oh, also guys, how is the music in comparison to my voice? I've been doing a lot of kind of adjusting with it recently. Wait, 54 stacks? 54 stacks? Let's see. And so there's 9 per stack. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 56. So 56? Man, whew. Okay, this morning during stream, I was only using an unenchanted shovel, so this was taking a very long time. Very, very long time. Okay, so let's head into free cam. I'm never really going to officially use this area, I don't think. Because the main kingdom is an island. So let me think. I think I want to honestly clear out this one layer that we have right here, and then we'll start planting down our melon field. Oh man, it's been a whole ton. Well, actually, let's take a look here. Actually, I'm so happy. I forgot to hit replay mod for the recording this morning. Let's see, if I had bare bones, does it make it kind of more contrasty? Is that kind of more aesthetic for you guys for the purposes of what we're doing? And man, I have a feeling we are going to probably burn, just burn through this shovel right here. And yes, I do kind of know I could be doing this more efficiently too. Hey Ace, dude, thank you so much for hopping on in. Man, everything, I'm almost out of everything. You were hanging out with me this morning too, right? Man, 2 for stream. A double stream. If you guys are hanging out and if you haven't liked the stream, because I know that it can be really difficult actually sometimes, even with the people that I'm like, oh, I instantly like their YouTube videos when I see them. Sometimes I'll forget to like their stream because I think that the platform is different. Send it out to more people so that we can prepare for this mega build together. So we head into third person, and we'll probably have to get a diamond, another diamond pickaxe pretty quickly too. Yeah, same sleep schedule. Yeah, I don't know. I may push it a little bit tonight, but the reason for that could be, you know, this, instead of having a wake up with me tomorrow's stream, this could be, you know, 2 streams in one day, along with making a video, I think is pretty significant. But I do want to save this pickaxe, honestly. So we'll stop recording, and you guys will see that I'm able to now Naruto around, which is very fun. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not trying to put any bad energy out there, Daisy. Okay, but we may as well utilize kind of being here. We'll probably put our melon farm in here and start to get it going. And you guys will have to let me know what you think about the third person. And a nice thing, actually... no, we're still going to need our pickaxe, I believe. Why don't we try to get things started, at least? I feel like this is kind of satisfying. I know, I have been on the grind. But I'm going to Spain in about a week or so. I'm heading home for a couple of days, and then I will be going to Spain for about a month. And so I've been kind of consistently creating Minecraft content for the last couple of years. And so it's going to be, and I've really been building things recently. It's been very gratifying. So it will be very much a switch up for me to, and you know, I'm very excited for it. It's for the best reasons possible. But I'm really trying very hard to get the videos out for you guys, so that we can make it happen. Which is not an easy feat, you could say. I'm not planning on visiting any other European countries. I'm doing something called the Camino de Santiago, which is a religious pilgrimage and about St. James. And for me, I want to be a religious studies professor, and so that's something that's very important to me. And so the Camino, you can start in southwest France, and then go into northeast Spain. And the idea is that you kind of walk throughout Spain. And I will be kind of starting in the middle of Spain. I'm going to be starting in Santander, Spain. And then I'll be walking the Camino. And it will take me about 3 weeks or so, and then my mom is coming at the end, and we will walk the final leg together, and celebrate, and then at the end I'm going to continue. And for the people that have the time and the resource, which I'm very lucky that I do happen to have being a teacher, for those people that are able to do so, you can kind of continue the journey just a little bit more to the edge of Spain on the western coast and jump into the Atlantic Ocean. And so that is the game plan for me, and I'm very excited for it. And if you guys would ever like a good movie about it, look up The Way with Emilio Estevez. It's a really, really beautiful, very well done movie that kind of gives a lot of perspective on not only what I'm doing, but what I'm hoping to get out of it as well. No, I haven't been to Spain before, but I have been abroad to incredible countries 2 different times. Honestly, I mean, I don't even know if Cobb knows about them. They're pretty they're pretty incredible experiences. Would you guys like to hear about a couple of the stories? I'm more than happy to ramble about some of my abroad experiences. They're very non-conventional. I'm not going through Portugal. I'll be going through the northern coast of Spain. Kind of from northeast to northwest, if that makes sense. Yeah, I have had some very crazy travel experiences. Let's take out our dirt and we can start to fill this in. Hey, Ubit, I hope that you're doing well. We are just starting to get prepared to make a melon farm and a pumpkin farm, actually, as well, right here, so that we can get some levels a bit more quickly, which is something that I should have done earlier. I definitely should have done earlier on, but I've been lazy about doing. Let's cut out this area. Oh, I can't. I just don't have my diamond pickaxe. Because we have a massive iron farm that we are preparing for, but it is going to take a whole ton of blocks. Yeah, I did have to leave one of my experiences because of a military coup d'etat. I was living in Bolivia at the time. It was crazy experience. I'll tell you all a little bit about it. Okay. So my second study abroad experience, I ended up going to Bolivia, and I wanted to, religious studies and religion, in particular, kind of like the intellectual pursuit of religion, I would say, is something that's very important to me. And I want to eventually write a book called Religion for Good, which is kind of the idea behind it is that it would be a college class for freshmen that would come in, and they could either hate religion or love religion, and all viewpoints are absolutely valid. And it would kind of be a Socratic seminar style where people, the first day and couple of days of class, kind of just philosophize and debate and engage in discussion on what they believe to be positive and negative viewpoints on religion, and kind of get an idea of the collective knowledge of the group. And then, since this is introductory and more philosophical and just for freshman students, the idea would be then to outline the general major religious traditions under the outline of the idea that all religions, regardless of their history and their violence and the ways that certain groups of people will use it that you may not agree with, their religion as kind of an organization of thought structures and religious patterns and traditions throughout the world over the years, with different kind of schools and life values and actions and rituals as a result of it. The understanding and learning from religion and incorporating some of those aspects into your life, regardless of your how devout you are or your specific faith to it. I think that there is something to be had for everyone, and even if that is something like now I know something that I don't like, well, that's good. And I think that a lot of things that you can interpret under a religious lens, you can also do under a more down-to-earth and grounded lens, if that makes sense. But I do think that there is also a lot of good and beauty to come from religion. So I've been studying it, and I want to write a book about that concept. And so in order to do that, it's important for me to travel around the world and get a lived experience of other people's religious patterns and traditions in order to get a hands-on understanding of what tools I can incorporate into my life, or which ones I don't want to, or which philosophies or ideas or ideologies, if that makes sense. And so I went to Bolivia, and this was after a spiritual experience that I ended up having that changed my entire life. And that's for another day. That's another discussion. Guys, every time I hit that lily pad, if you've been in stream before, you'd know that every single time when I hit that lily pad, that happens. But I ended up going to Bolivia as a result of wanting to study the Andean indigenous worldview, something that they call cosmovisión. Cosmo meaning universe, and then visión meaning worldview. If you think vision as in like a vision board or something like that, just how do they understand and interpret the universe from an indigenous lens. And so I had tons of incredible experiences where I was able to go into the Amazon rainforest, where I actually almost died, which is another story by itself, and then to the highest elevated city in the world, and got to stay in the highest, or live with indigenous people in the highest elevated saltwater lake in the world when I was doing that. And all of these incredible things ended up happening as we make our new diamond hoe, and we can put this guy away right here. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the yap sesh. Shakar, what's going on? I hope that you're doing well. I'm going deep dive into some travel experiences that I've had. I hope that you are enjoying the podcast style as we get some progress done here, preparing for our mega build here in the kingdom. But we'll drop off a couple of materials very quickly, and then I'm going to change the song very quickly. If you're enjoying the stream, please do consider leaving a like, and if you would ever want to grow or start a Minecraft YouTube channel, definitely take a look into the description below. I have done a whole ton of work kind of compiling a lot of strategies and foundations and blueprints in order to help you get there from a visual perspective. So if you'd ever like to invest in yourself, $10 today, hundreds of dollars, even a month from now, definitely take a look at the description below. And you can see some of my best work. And we can take out our diamond pickaxe right here. But yeah, I ended up going, and even when I was staying on the highest elevated lake in the world, which I have off camera, very interesting experiences that I can talk about too. Even the families that I was living with, they didn't even speak English, or sorry, not, even Spanish. They spoke indigenous types of Spanish. And so it was very just incredible, outlandish experiences. But during my entire time when I was staying in Bolivia and going from point A to point B, really pretty much every single flight or every single week going in a plane and going to a different part of the country and exploring, like actually, you know, just incredible study abroad experience. Not like your traditional being in the classroom or anything like that, for sure, right? During all of this, there was a coup d'etat, or a civil war, a military overthrow going on. And during that, I can tell my voice is raspy. Let me grab some water very quickly. During all of that, there was a civil war going on. I feel like, I don't know, it's been such a long time now that I'm used to it. But it was a lot for me. It really was a lot for me for a very long period of time. And good news here, we have just about an outline of the frame that I know it's not perfect, but we can use as well. Oh, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I hope so. My mic just cut out. Let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Or if I sound very muted now. If I'm fine for you guys, then we'll keep going. But I do need the update. I sound fine? Okay, I can't hear myself in the same way. Actually, I can't hear myself at all. But we'll keep going, that's okay. So anyway, Bolivia has the largest, the largest number of coup d'etats, golpe de estado, as they say it in Spanish, military overthrows than any other country in the world. And there is a whole lot to go into it. I know a lot about it, and I won't go into all of the details, but it is a very high number. I cannot remember what the number is off the top of my head right now, but at the time, as always, in this country, very unfortunately, there was a lot of political turmoil, and the military gets very involved with the politics. And so, although I was flying from place to place in the country, I still kind of had like a home base and a host stay family that was primarily in charge of me, my safety as much as they could. Although I have many interesting stories and experiences just in general from my time there. But when I was there, to cut it, to cut so many experiences and stories a little bit shorter to get to the point, the military ended up coming and taking over. And so it got very unsafe for us very quickly. And so for us, we ended up having to look into evacuation options as soon as we could. But what ended up happening was that that barricades ended up coming and getting installed all around us, preventing people from moving from city to city, but really kind of even from block to block, and of course a lot of armed personnel, and things kind of got just more secured and more unstable. We didn't want to leave, but eventually it got to a point where it was too unsafe, and so we had to get out of there. But unfortunately, all of the flights were locked out. The airport was not allowing for anyone to go to or fro. Everything was on lockdown. So I had to leave my hostie family during a very kind of scary event in the middle of the night with things that are not really family friendly to share about, but very scary things. And I had to say goodbye to my hostie family forever, and we ended up living in a nunnery place, a religious convent, for about 10 days or so, pretty much eating only off of bread items. Everyone was rationing. It was Bolivia is not necessarily that heavy on resources, I would say, compared to the United States. And so eventually they ended up saying that we had to leave, that there wasn't enough food for us, although we were really only eating bread at the time. But we were not alone in that. And so the barricades, one night we ended up catching winds that they were going to be lifted so that food could be brought in for the civilians in the city. And at the same time, the airport was also trying to shuttle people out. Now, we couldn't get a flight to the United States, but we could get a flight to Argentina, Buenos Aires, which is where I spent another month and a half before I ended up going home. And when I was there, I ended up studying the Catholic Church in something called Los Desaparecidos, which are 30,000 disappeared people that were against some authoritarian regimes in Argentina back in the 70s, and people that were oppositional to the authority at the time were dealt with in very unkind manners, we can say, politely. And the Catholic Church, in some segments, not all, was involved with some very unpopular and immoral acts on the behalf of the government towards the Argentinian people. And so I studied that while I was there, as I was unable to study Andean Cosmovisión any longer. And so it was a big experience. And so many different stories that I can pick out of that experience. It really has been a lot, and something that's been very influential in my life and has given me, I think, a lot of kind of just perspective on life, which makes me someone that has a different lifestyle and maybe perspective and just thought process when it comes to life, as a 26-year-old that lives in the United States. And so that was just one of my experiences. And then I also had an equally as storytelling worth experience, I would say, in India. which was my first study abroad experience, where I ended up going and studying Tibetan Buddhism. Which is why I have the robe as it is. My outfit is all based on that. So these things are very influential for me, and so I'm very excited to be able to go to Spain, but it is going to definitely be another rest and jump out of my comfort zone. It's not like I'm just going to the beach or to a hotel with friends or anything like that. I am just going by myself for the most part, and I am walking across the country with only a backpack to my name. So that is, not your average trip abroad, but none of my trips abroad have been. And I wouldn't want it any other way, I don't think, too. Yeah, guys, kind of a crazy experience. And I know I started to get into a little bit of it, but kind of like the micro stories about it go. I mean, it was very crazy when it comes to tarantulas and knives and I guess a lot of other things that I cannot really talk about when it comes to YouTube. But I'm happy that I had the experiences and have had the experiences that have transformed me into the person that I am today, I think that I will be able to learn more about myself as a person and learn more about the world by being able to step out of my comfort zone in a major way like this one, kind of time and time again. And then I have always had a lot of respect for the professors that have taught me along the way. And some of you guys know and have heard now that I want to be a religious studies professor. So when I was in college, I went to all of my favorite professors and I asked them, A, what made them want to be a professor, B, how they got to becoming a professor, and then C, how they thought about being a professor, and got a variety of different answers that kind of informed me along the path and also kind of just helped me kind of forge my own direction when it comes to what I'm trying to get out of life. And so given that micro or macro plan, who knows what this guy slip will end up getting into. I think that the important thing, honestly, and one thing I'm just so proud of when it comes to my own self-development is that, and it also relates to just YouTube in general, is learning the skills that go into making content and how transferable those skills can be. I wasn't thinking about it, and I love my main job. But if everything was to go wrong, I know that I could do so much with what I've learned, whether it comes to conveying ideas, which is something that I want to improve on a lot, and commentary, which is one of the main things that I'm trying to improve on, but also, some of the skills that I feel a bit more confident about. Things like the cinematics and the editing, the visuals, which, by themselves have made the difference in my YouTube success. Like, genuinely speaking, the ability to make hundreds of dollars every single month. And I don't think it's because of my commentary, although hopefully one day it will be. Or my audio quality, or the quality of my builds. I don't think that any of those things are what's bringing it out at the end of the day. I think that it's the use of B-roll and other visual elements and being able to understand and improve in that regard. And thumbnail design and knowing how to edit to the sound cut and, all these little things that are transferable. So that if I was ever to go into graphic design, or if I ever wanted to go into commentary or podcasting, or being a video editor, or working with people to help them grow on social media. You can just list all of the different things off the top of your hand, that all of these skills that I didn't have beforehand, just by having learned how to do these things, which is such an incredible thing, honestly. And if you are interested in starting or growing your Minecraft YouTube channel, and you'd really like to shortcut the process and be able to just take a little bit of time to learn some skills in order to really get you there, check out the Minecraft Creator Kit launch kit, which is in the description below. It is the lowest price that it will ever be, and you can actually get a discount on it with the code SLIPSTREAM, which is something that I thought was kind of fun. Just kind of fun. Really not much more than that. Oops. And one thing that I've been thinking about, really just given the fact that these skills are the things that have made the difference for me, I make anywhere from, I make a couple $100 a month just from AdSense on YouTube, just from these cinematics. And so if you'd ever like to get these skills and grow or start a Minecraft YouTube channel and take something that you love and be able to, have a non-insignificant amount of money come in every month, over $1,000 a year, at minimum, with just 1 hour of your time and just $10, definitely, I wouldn't be taking putting my reputation on the line if I didn't think that it could get you that outcome that we're talking about right here. So, take a look at it and let me know what you think. And once again, the lowest price on it will be at this current point in time. But yeah, I always tell people one of the best things about doing YouTube, besides the money and all of those sorts of things, is the fact that you can look back at yourself and really be like, wow, if I think about myself last year or 2 years ago, not only do I see the success on the table, where day to day it can be harder to look at sometimes, but you also see who you were. If I was to put myself into my skill set of my shoes of the person that I was 2.5 years ago when I started this, I'm like, it's like, thinking about it, I'm like, I'm a shell of the person that I am. Like, I was a shell of the person that I am. Being, for me, being able to already having live streamed today and recorded other things and be able to just figure things out, as opposed to the version of Slip a year and a half, 2 years ago, that would literally, and I'm not joking about this, take 15 retakes on every single sentence that he was trying to make in the video, and would kind of drawl out for hours and hours just trying to learn how to make better replay mod cinematics and improve those visuals, along with just learning how to improve on thumbnail design and how to tell a story better and all of these little things. After really, taking the time to learn them and getting tips from other people and being able to find tools along the way, help, not only with quality, but just kind of saving time along the process. I couldn't take those 2 years back and be where I am as a content creator myself, unless I had been able to find more tools and utilize more tools more quickly. So I think that is one of the most beneficial things and important things when it comes to my development as a content creator. But hopefully part of the reason that I'm trying to, give something back to you all. Really, and I had such a good time. Some of you guys may know that we ended up doing a channel review on the second channel. Let's make sure that we don't look at at Enderman over there, which was very fun. I'm a teacher. I'm a second grade teacher. And so being able to teach these things and being able to really provide you guys that value has been something that I realized I enjoyed way more than I thought I was even going to, I think is the best way to put it. But I think that we were not recording. Oh, that's always the thing I do on stream, y'all. Daisy, there's only one package at the moment, but the idea behind the package is that it's going to continue to improve over time. So the next module that I'm going to add is about thumbnail design in particular, and all of the skills that I've learned in order to make specifically better Minecraft thumbnails. So when that comes out, like the price of the course will increase and that sort of thing, but people that get it right now will be grandfathered into it. But right now, there's kind of just like a free preview of the course, which is installing, oh my gosh, installing replay mod. And learning how to install shaders with it, which is something that a lot of people struggle with, along with a bunch of the other mods that will make your life a lot easier. Things like sodium and fabric, and even just a bunch of little kind of tips and tricks as a freebie, kind of showing you guys what it is like. And then there's another 15-minute full quality course like that about how to make the best quality Minecraft cinematics that I know how to make, and I haven't found that many people that know how to make better ones. So, which is worth, which I don't know how to say without sounding boastful. But I've put thousands, I think 7,000 hours, literally 7,000 hours in order to learn this skill. And then I condense it down into an hour. So the package will continue to grow over time. It's such a beautiful kingdom that we have here. So the package is going to continue to grow over time. And people that buy it right now will just be grandfathered in. So eventually the idea behind the Minecraft Creator is that it is a full comprehensive course with everything that you need in order to really distinguish yourself on Minecraft YouTube. And the essential bet that I'm giving people, that I can even give people right now, and with the price increase on the course, the bargain or the offer will continue to rise. But what I already know is that the skills that I have that I can just give to you literally after 7,000 hours, and there's no other kind of resources like this out here on the internet besides kind of the basic replay mod tutorials. We're taking like 7 hours to watch individual ones, and I'm trying to search the internet to figure out exactly how to make Minecraft cinematics in a way that will really make you stand out. It's kind of all right there for you. And so within 1 hour, you can just make cinematics that, again, for me, monthly, make me at minimum $100 just from AdSense. And that's just on the main channel right here. But then we'll have thumbnail design and then recording tips and tons of just kind of like assets and all of the little things along the way, if that makes sense. So I'm very excited to expand to it over time, but I probably spent like 40 hours just making the course by itself, and really trying to give you literally all of the things. I heard something that if you were to make an online course and really give out knowledge, really try to make it the best thing literally make it the best thing out there in a way that people undisputably are like, yeah, this is like literally the best thing. And so I feel very feel very confident about that, and I'm very excited to build the Minecraft creator over time. And of course, as a creator myself, I haven't hit the 10,000 mark, and I'm not making 1,000 every single month, but I do know that it's very, very possible for people to be able to hit $100 every single month without even that much time investment. I love the artistic quality here, but I've learned just a lot about the YouTube game. That one of the benefits is we have this Discord, private Discord for people that join as well, and then the first 50 people will also get an exclusive coaching call with me to go over the specifics for their channel and that sort of thing. So kind of like a really incredible launch offer, but the idea is that as the package continues to grow over time, that things, you know, become more valuable over time. But yeah, so right now the package is, you know, I know that I can get other people to get at least $100 a month. And then once I'm making $500 a month, I'll be like, okay, I know that I can get you at least $500 a month. And then, you know, once I start making $1,000 a month, I'll be teaching other people how to make $1,000 a month, which is very exciting. And we're on the road with it. Being able to say that I have had like consistent $500 months with like only AdSense with these cinematics is, I think, insane. I literally think it's insane. But what we will do very quickly, y'all, I do have to head to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Consider leaving a like on the stream for the guys slip. Hope that you guys are enjoying, and if you leave a comment on the stream while I'm hanging out right here, we will put your name into the kingdom. I'd love to hear what y'all are having for dinner or breakfast, because it's 7:06 my time and I haven't had any food. So I will be back in just about a minute. Alright, and we're back. After hour 2 of stream, working on the mega build. Let me grab a quick sip of water here. We've been having pizza? That sounds good. On Super Bowl Sunday, Americans eat like 380 football fields worth of pizza every single day or something like that, or during that one day. Yeah, Umid, it's 4 a.m. What are you doing, man? Umid, that's either are you waking up? Are you going to sleep? Also, should I do another wake up stream? I don't know. I'm starting to push it. We'll have to see. We still have another little bit of work to do here. Okay. I had a question that I thought of when I was just going to the bathroom very quickly. And I'm kind of interested. So one of my best buddies here on the YouTube scene is another Minecraft YouTuber named Cobb. And he may or may not be hanging out in stream at the moment, but I was hanging out. I don't know if any of you guys know of the Minecraft YouTuber named Barse, but I was just hanging out in his stream very quickly, actually, and we'll continue to work on our watermelon field here. I was like, yo, what's good, my guy? And our hoe is at the base, of course. I was like, yo, what's good? It was like, slime! And if you know me, which I've never actually said this on stream, so you'd only have to know me in person in order to actually know this. I not only love rap music, but I love Young Nudie as a rapper. I think that he's just really good for whatever reason. And he kind of affectionately calls himself a slime ball. And I think that he helps to, I don't think he came up with it, but I think that he kind of helped to popularize the idea of like slime and like slime ball and that sort of thing. And so when Cobb came onto stream tonight, I was like, slime! But I'd love to know, what is your most like silly and affectionate way or nickname that you use to either, you know, give a friend or maybe someone that you love, like, you know, a close family member, something like that. Okay, I think that our hoe is going to be over here, as it is, and I'm very excited for it to stop raining here in the Desert Kingdom of Otapon. And thank you, everyone, so much for spending some time with us as we're able to get some extra progress done as we work towards an incredible mega build that is coming up. It is going to take a whole ton of work in order to be able to get this done. And before I'm able to get to Spain, which I'm going to Spain in about 7 days or so. Guys, I cannot make it a single time. I love having this lily pad placed right in this area right here, but I literally cannot boat by it without hitting it. What about being American is appealing? If it's the land of opportunity, I understand the idea behind it. And I definitely, don't get me wrong, I think that a lot about our economic system makes that so that it's possible. But at the same time, I personally think that in the modern days of the internet now, right? I think that it's absolutely possible for you to be able to find some sort of success, although that might be more and more so limited to a digital margin. But I think that, you know, again, one of the best things about becoming a YouTuber is developing all of these digital skills that will help you. So imagine if you, Umit, since you're eating pizza tonight, imagine if you were to make a pizza shop, because that is exactly what you've always wanted to do. And it's been kind of like the brick and mortar sort of style. And so you have an actual building that is on a side street somewhere. But unfortunately, based on the amount of money that you had, the amount of funds that you had, you weren't able to find like a prime time location. And so as a result, even though you may have the best pizza in town, well, unfortunately, you don't have all of the foot traffic, right? And so your ability to market and actually get to the customer, unfortunately, takes a hit just based on the fact that you are kind of, stuck by your location, or at least that was the fact. But more and more so, especially with AI and, the advent of more and more search engines, and of course, as well with organic social media reach and the ability to find an audience online that could be far greater than the audience that you have in your city or in your small town or in the countryside, wherever it is that you're located. They're actually, regardless of living in America, my perspective as an American, and you Americans can either agree with me or disagree on it, is that, it's also worth considering, I think, the fact that it is possible to make a life for yourself outside of it. But don't get me wrong, like, I love being an American. One thing we were talking about a bit earlier on stream is some of my travel experiences abroad, and I love traveling abroad, and have had some incredible experiences with some incredible stories. But one thing that I've experienced a lot, and one thing that is true scientifically speaking, is that when you go on a long trip, oftentimes at first you'll have that initial honeymoon phase and you'll be really, really into it. And then after, you kind of get used to it. Everything is still new and exciting. Around 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through, you will start to feel a little bit of that kick, like, oh, I love all of the nuance, but I also enjoy the nostalgia of what it's like to be at home. And sometimes you'll have those feelings of loneliness, or maybe kind of just existential dread, or just being like, man, I'm stuck so far away from home and from everyone that I love. And this is something that is very, again, scientifically shown, applicable to many, many people to have experienced. And then, usually at the end, as your trip, and this is much more for extended duration trips as opposed to just kind of like a short week, although I think that the same idea still exists here in the micro. I do think that, eventually you end up having this feeling of really enjoying the end, but at the same time, you're also having a feeling of excitement because you're also ready to get home. And I do not think that that is just an American feeling. I think that that is a human feeling. I don't think it has really anything to do with me whatsoever. But I do think, the more that you are able to go into those experiences, you take a whole ton from him. But really at the end, you have this feeling of wanting to go home. And so for me, that could be America. But for someone living somewhere else, that's a whole completely different place for them. And so whatever values and routines and norms that you happen to live with and be accustomed with are, that's what you happen to develop psychologically speaking and sociologically speaking into your preferences for life. And so that's more than okay. And so I think that part of the thrill and adventure of life is just throwing yourself out of your comfort zone every once in a while. And now that we're in the digital age, it's more than possible to have that, quote unquote opportunity that exists in America. I think that as the future continues to happen and, throughout the world, and it really does depend on where you live, of course. that opportunity, digitally speaking, in developing these digital skill sets, more importantly, I think it's really going to be the make or break and the thing that sets you apart more and more so in the digital age, as well as, just really showing yourself off and who you actually are, especially with the advent of AI and how it's going to be so pervasive. If you're able to, and I'm not trying to put an urgency play on this whatsoever, but I've just been thinking a lot about this, and I don't know if you guys agree with it whatsoever, but I think that learning these skills now, and if you want to build a real audience now and all of these different things, I think this is like the time to do it. And I'm so happy that I started a couple of years ago, and I think that now is the time to start, because with the influx of AI and, not really knowing, like, we're not going to know who's, like, it's going to get so good. It's going to get so good that we're not going to know who's who, when it comes to social media and that sort of thing, and growing an authentic versus an inauthentic audience. And, it does take time and dedication, right? Like, I'm here speaking into a microphone talking to you all, right? And I'm so glad that I get to spend the time with you all. But I think that learning these skills that really will set you apart, and then using them more importantly in order to set yourself apart, I think it's so important. I really think it's so important nowadays. I really do. I really, really do. And again, if you want to use Minecraft as your medium to do that, and even be able to start stacking and adding, again, take a look at the description below. I promise you it's worth the investment. And things, I think any YouTuber that's hanging out here in the chat, regardless of their niche, really knows how just things will compound over time. I didn't realize we were going to have to cut down these melons, and of course I don't have an axe. And of course I didn't record that replay mod part. I can't make it work, but yeah, I'd love to know for you guys that are hanging out here. I know that I'm a total American. Although I don't watch sports and that sort of thing, I know that my mannerisms are totally like an American. But what are y'all from? Or where are y'all from? Is there anywhere else that you would want to be? I'm gonna hit the lily pad again. Is there anywhere else that you would want to be? Whenever I've returned home, I've been so happy that I've gone out of my comfort zone, but in particular, I've been very happy for what the United States means in terms of shelter and security in particular, and freedom as well, which is a perspective that I was unable to have actually before I left the country. Because when you've never left the country before, it's like, oh, this is all new. Like, could I just like it better and want to live here forever? And there definitely are places and opportunities for that. And I'm very lucky, and privileged to be from the United States in many different aspects and regards. But based on the places that I've traveled to abroad, it's made me really value what my country is about. Am I real or am I AI? Okay, here's the real thing. As I Naruto around, is the AI just gonna start to Naruto around? Is it good enough to get someone's personality off of that yet? I've gotten so many comments recently in my main channel videos. I mean it. Is your voice AI? 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 No, my voice. I thought that live streaming, and hopefully it is, so that you guys can see I'm a real person. But I've gotten so many compliments, or not compliments, comments. I've gotten so many comments recently about having an AI voice. My gosh, I can't. I literally can't with it. Okay, in this chest that we have over here with this still unnamed build, Yes, we do have our axe. We came all the way over here just to get some melons. I'm gonna grab some water very quickly. Hey, Haley. Haley was with me at 4 a.m. my time. Also live streaming, and it's now 7:25 p.m. my time. And I'm still live streaming. If anything, leave a like for that. That's the dedication here. Wait, I didn't even see the comment. Wait, that's an Haley's pulling my leg. Haley's pulling my leg right here. That's funny. I didn't see that at first. It's nighttime now. Let's head to sleep for the night. That's good. That's funny. Slip GPT. Slip PT. Slip PT coming in for another stream. Welcome, my name is Slip. I am an automated intelligence device that gives you answers on how to grow your Minecraft content creation channel. Beep boop. Beep boop bop boop beep. Okay, let's get a little bit more progress done here. But I mean it. I get it because I think I'm still working on trying to be a little bit more I think the best word, like the most honest word, is probably just like myself on my main channel videos. I'm probably still working a lot on like I don't know, that's why live streams are so important. Like you really get to see the person for who they are. So like if you then look at my like jump cuts and that sort of thing, you know, for like, you know, for example, like this upcoming week's video or any of my videos, then you'll get a different perspective, you know. And I was using ChatGPT to help me with my intros. So I think that maybe that could have been transferable a little bit, but I'm actually happy that I did it because it actually helped me a lot when it came to viewer psychology and understanding how to actually make a hook. Like making me more intentional about having something that's like 15 to 30 seconds long when it comes to the intro. Like all of the kind of like, you know, I hate to say it, like it's really unfortunate, but like the data driven things that like, and that's what I mean, like I'm sure you've heard plenty of people on YouTube before be like, oh, I'm sure I can help you with this YouTube growth and that sort of thing, but like it's a bummer. And I think that I'm still doing a good balance. Like here we are in the desert, and this is a good example of it actually. Like there is somewhat of a game to be played with YouTube. And there's skills that you can acquire to make yourself better along the path. Like I genuinely, through my experience, do believe that. And so like the algorithm is not like a system, it is people. But understanding people and understanding how their attention works and understanding what goes into likes and interests and that sort of thing, I think that those are important things that don't just go into learning how to make content. It just goes into being a better version of yourself. Like, I want to give the best example of it because this is the type of person that I want to be, and I am not in a committed relationship or anything like that. But I hope to be married and I hope to have kids one day. And I've, you know, I have a lot of intentionality when it comes to it. And in previous relationships on a personal lens, I've shown that. And so I think that being able to know someone psychologically and based on their attention is knowing, well, if the person that I love, that I want to show my attention and care for, if they are a morning person, but they are too busy to really be able to enjoy the moment. Well, I'm going to let them enjoy their freedom, right? But if I really want to treat them and then spoil them, well, then I'm going to find the most opportune time of the day in order to give them or service them in a way that makes them happy. And that's going to make me happy and make our relationship better and just make life better in general. And it doesn't take too much to sacrifice, right? But if I came in first thing in the morning with, for example, breakfast in bed, I have breakfast in bed, but the person that I'm trying to give that, in a selfless fashion for, they don't want breakfast in the morning, or they go to the gym, or maybe they have work and they have to get out of the door and they can't sit in bed, or, whatever it is, just understanding those sorts of things will make you a better partner in your relationship. And so there are definitely skills, and it's a plethora of skills. Like, understanding YouTube is a bundle blanket of skills of all these different artistic elements, and I don't know, there's so many domains, recording and audio and visuals and all these different things that go into YouTube. And I think that for me, doing this process has been, so fun. It's been one of the most exciting and just fun things that I've done. Learning how to do YouTube, even more on top of like playing video games, learning that process can be, for some people, and don't get me wrong, like, I love playing Minecraft and we're playing it right now, but like seeing the fruit of your labor, seeing yourself actually get better. Again, if you were to actually go to any of my older videos and see what they were like, as opposed to, and I'm sure that next year, and this is the beautiful thing, I'll look back at what I thought was and what is the best that I can do at a current time frame, and you'll know that you've gotten better. And then on top of it, you are able to have an audience of people that love the exact same thing that you love. There's hundreds and thousands of people that not only love Minecraft, this beautiful game, but love it in the exact same way that I love it, with cinematics and, with the sandbox element, and I'm not min-maxing it, and I'm including lore, and this kingdom is now bigger than me. Like, all of those things compound into something that is incredible, and I love it myself, and you all do too. Hopefully. If you do, consider leaving a like on the stream here. But now we have multiple kingdoms, and I don't know, again, the skill sets, the acquisitions that you can make in terms of how you grow your own personal character. I think that YouTube really is a great outlet to do so. Really exposing myself on streams. I feel like not too much. I don't know. I think also, one of the, everyone has some sort of, layer of veils or curtains, to have. But one thing that I think that coming into the identity of a Minecraft creator for me has allowed for me is for me to just really be myself. And that's kind of part of the reason that I started this. When I first started, I always talk about this. I talk about it pretty much every single stream. I oftentimes will ramble a lot on stream, and it's the reason because, and if it seems like a podcast, the reason is because there was no one there. When I first started recording, there wasn't anyone watching. And I'm realizing that this actually isn't going to totally work the way that we're making it. But no one was watching when I first started, and no one wants to come into a dead stream. Like, there's nothing exciting about that. It takes a lot of real support in order for that to happen, I think. So the best way, and if you're ever looking to getting into live streaming, which is really fun, and maybe the way that I talk about it, which is just my experience, I'm not trying to get you to do it, just my experience of it, is the first 5 minutes and leading up to the live stream, you're gonna be nervous. In the first minute of the live stream, and then the first 5 minutes of the live stream are the most difficult parts of the live stream, because you are in your head about it in the way that if you stand close to a cliff, well, you're not going to fall over the cliff. Like, you're at a safe distance, but you still get that fear of heights, and it's all in your head. And then usually, I'm a big believer of this in life in general. There's, the 5-minute rule, where you just take 5 minutes and you start getting into something and you just do that thing. And then usually you just get into it. And the more that you continue to do that and be repetitive about it, well, your neurology, your brain wiring is going to more and more strongly connect with that outcome. And so becoming more familiar or relaxed, I think, a better word, with live streaming is something that comes over time. And the best way to start is, if you're struggling with that first 5 minutes, and I think that this comes to recording as well, is to really just hit record. And I know that, and I literally mean it, if you're trying to start. Because people will say it, and I still experience this nowadays, because you're not always going to be, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna record this, and maybe you record a video or two, but there's other times where you don't want to record, and those are the most important times to record, because those are the times that it tells your brain that you should be recording and that this is something that you actually want to do. And so sometimes you do have to force yourself to actually do that. But just like lifting weights in the gym or going for a long run or anything like that, the more that you actually end up doing that, the easier it ends up getting to do. And so for me, there's still times when I'm low energy and I still have to go and be like, I'll stand in front of OBS and in front of the Minecraft screen, and I'll be ready to record, whether it be a live stream or whether it be just a normal recording. And I'll be like, okay, just hit record, Slip. Just hit record, and I won't do it. Like, I literally just won't for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. But I've trained myself more and more so over time to just learn and be like, you know what? Actually, if you want to do this, you actually want to make the most amount of content, and you actually end up finding out that you are able to do and are so much more capable of making that content, is actually just hit record. Like, click the button, and even if you spend the next 5 minutes with it recording that you can cut out later, just give it a go. And even if it takes you 15 times at first, give it 15 goes, and all of those things will compound into the ability to actually talk or riff or make a commentary or anything that is of value here on the Minecraft stream or on the Minecraft universe. But again, if you are looking to grow or start a Minecraft YouTube channel, I think it's one of the most important things that you can. I really do think it's one of the most important things that you can do in the modern age, growing these skill sets and finding community. And you will never know the people that you'll meet along the way and who you'll become in the process. And that's been probably the biggest thing for me. But also, the more that you can find people along the way, again, talking about impact just socially, but also just in terms of growth perspective and understanding what it actually takes in order to do this thing, I found that people and then tools to either help me with the process or to expedite the process have been the ultimate game changer in the world. So I want you to just think for a second. If I was to, or if you were to give me $10 and then you were to make $100 next month and then $100 the month after, would you give me $10? If you wanted to make money playing Minecraft, I think it's possible. So definitely take a look at the Minecraft creator down. Links below in the description below. Early bird pricing for now. Only a couple slots left with a special stream Discord count as well. Hit Slipstream in order to get an extra price on the lowest price ever. If you buy it right now, every addition to the package will also be grandfathered in for you, and you will also be a part of a Minecraft YouTube growth strategies coaching call with a private Discord and over 2,000 Minecraft cinematics, all made by me, so that you can use them in any of your videos. Pretty much the perfect Minecraft launch starter kit. So definitely take a look at the Minecraft creator down below. Daisy, I appreciate you. Hail the chief. Hail the chief. Presidente Slip. Guys, I'm gonna miss you when I'm not here. I'll be backpacking across the country. If you are in the Discord, of course, I will be keeping up with you and be trying to make as much content as possible as I can, although that is something that can be very difficult. I'm trying to do a whole lot in order to, I don't know, just make the highest quality for you. You all deserve the best. And I'll give you nothing else but that. I guess you could say I'm like an onion, Daisy. Anyway, y'all, I think that is a good amount of solid progress here, as you can see behind us, for our Forever World preparation for our our mega build. Actually, I will show you all very quickly. We will have to wait for the replay mod cinematic to save, but I'll show you pretty much like a 75% done finished products for the mega build that we're actually trying to go for. But of course, we just have to take a second or two and wait for the replay file. Anyway, I'd love to know, what are you guys looking forward to? What are you doing? As a creator, one of the best things to hear and actually just like be able to make that connection with, and Daisy definitely knows that I feel this way, is what are you doing when you engage with my content? Whether it be the live stream, the videos. If they're in the background, great. That makes, you know, I'm so happy, man. I appreciate you guys just spending time with me, and I hope that I'm able to provide value, whether it be content knowledge or Minecraft knowledge, or someone to hang out and ask questions with, and kind of raff life. Any of those things, I really enjoy filling that role with you. But for me, you know, I'm sitting in front of the computer as always. I got my microphone in hand, and I got the second monitor so I can see you guys chatting and hanging along. If you're still hanging here, please do consider leaving a like on stream and running this guy on up. And if you are watching still after the fact, I really appreciate you as well. But whether you're hanging on the couch, I hit the wrong button. Oh, Marcin, we're cooking dinner, man? That sounds great, man. What are you chefing up at the moment? After we finish stream tonight, it is going to be dinner time for me. I actually haven't given much thought to it. That could be important. Okay, so this build that we have right here, I'm actually going to increase our FOV. I'll also take off our resource pack. Sounds good, man. Ah. I'm definitely ready for some dinner. As you can see right here, this is going to be the upcoming mega build that we're going to be making. This is an iron farm. And it should hopefully be completely spawn proof, and as you can see, absolutely aesthetic as well. But it is going to take a whole ton of work. Mostly cut sandstone, which is good, although I still haven't textured in the area yet, if we're being honest here. So that could look a little different. We're not... Take a screenshot. We're not totally 100% done with the build, but the arches here are absolutely insane. And this is very real life accessible as well. Like, you can go around the entire kingdom and it'll be spawn proof and absolutely work right here. We'll have to do a lot for the interior. We'll probably have some streams for that. But every single kind of outlet has some different arches, and everything is really cool looking. And then ooh, some taco night. That sounds 10 out of 10, dude. Well done. As you can see, we have actual, actual walkthroughs that you can, kind of run around, which will be not only very aesthetic, but they'll be incredibly functional as well. So I think this will be cool. Again, we're not done, but we've done a significant amount here. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, guys, it has been such a pleasure hanging out with you guys on stream tonight. We may have a Wake Up With Me with Minecraft stream tomorrow. I don't totally know. I'm not going to pressure myself into it, but if you see it tomorrow morning, just know that this guy is grinding his bum off. If you would like to, once again, grow or start your Minecraft YouTube channel, or just see what it takes in order to do that, only $10, and you can flip that around very quickly if you apply those skills. Once again, the minecraftcreator.com. Subscribe if you're new here and you're just lurking on around. Let me know what your favorite part about our podcast commentary stream was tonight. Let me know if you want to get a little bit more work done in the survival kingdom. But once again, this has been your guy here, Slip, getting tons of work done here for a mega base. For a mega base, one of the biggest builds that we've ever made here in the Forever World. And a thank you, Marsum. Thank you, Cobb. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Umit. Thank you, Haley. Consider becoming a channel member if you like the guy. Want to support the man. Thank you, Shasher. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Etat. And thank you, Seven. Y'all, the squad. Y'all, awesome. I appreciate you. Consider joining Slip Sanctuary. Links in probably not the description below, but you can find it. And I'll see you soon. Marsum, enjoy some tacos. Enjoy your evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it be. Oh man, still 2 subscribers away from 6.5k. Y'all jipping me. Just kidding. Love y'all. Pieces, deuces. Enjoy. Have a good evening. Also sub to the channel. You should probably sub to the channel if you're still here. Probably could sub to the channel if you're still here. Haley, enjoy your evening. Enjoy, y'all.